that shit's still important though. I'm finna pick back up on that shit with this album I'm finna drop though. Like real heavy. That shit real important for real. That's how I got to the point I'm at for real. Like that's how I met Nova. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you know, every tape, shit, you know what I'm saying? Before you drop the tape, you know what I'm saying? Make it mean something, cause it's like I would listen to that interview with Sauce Walker. You know what I'm saying? He talking about how every album is a house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every shit is digital real estate. It's like shit, however much money you put in is how much you raise the value of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like shit, every time you drop your shit, you might as well set aside.
You adding to the stocks for sure every time you drop.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think it's so important to have a catalog, like, because that's what they looking for. That's what you coming into the deals and shit negotiating is the catalog. Like, and if you ain't got one, they damn near looking to fuck you over for real. I mean, but some niggas know how to take 360 deals and other type of deals and make the best of them. It's really just all about recuperating the money for real.
Yeah. Because motherfuckers drop and can't recoup fast, and then they shelled for a little minute, and then shit,
that's exactly what it is.
They ain't got their own money to go on and, you know what I'm saying, reinvest in it. So it's like, so that shit be.
You got to be a hustler to some extent when you getting these advances and shit, because you can't really, I ain't gonna say you can't solely depend on streaming, but as long as you can make them their money back, you'll always be able to get into a good situation.
But that's why I say, like, it's probably good to hit the big blogs every tape, even though it do come out your pockets. But it's like shit. All right, everybody seeing how hot and how big you is. You know, you can still charge for them features. You know what I'm saying? You can still
that
keep
shit
pushing them numbers.
100% important. Like, you gotta be hitting some type of platform every time you drop some shit for real. Like, that shit's super important. Like I say, blogs got me to where I'm at. I never discredit them. It's just you gotta utilize them the right way now. Like everything don't even be music content now for real. You feel me?
Yeah.
Kind of go back with the gimmicky viral shit we was just talking about. You gotta figure out a way to fully utilize these blogs to your advantage. You know, down there just give the people what they want to see. But if you a nigga like me, you ain't just finna crash out and do anything. You gotta get real strategic with the type of shit you putting up, you know?
Yeah. This shit a job, man. A lot of people be forgetting the rap game. It's a job. This shit gotta be some shit you kind of gotta focus
full
on.
Career.
For real, people be getting, you know.
I've been at that shit for the last couple of years. Like I ain't did nothing outside of music in at least 2-3 years.
Yeah.
For real.
Nah, that's hard, man.
That's been there,
you know, a lot of people dream of getting to that point where they making money off their music, bro. A lot of people think that that's not even like, they see that it's achievable, but they don't be thinking it's achievable for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be like,
I ain't gonna lie, it's such a word out here right now. Like anybody can, we literally seeing it every day with the TikToks and all these viral different shit. Like anybody can get in this shit for real.
Because people be forgetting, like TikTok, that's a discoverability app.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can literally have 100 followers and go viral.
All these reels and all these new platforms and shit on the radars and from the blocks and shit. It's people going viral every day doing this shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how you plan that shit out. You got to plan it. And it be like, before you do drop, it be like, you need to go and load up for a run.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't be thinking about that too. They get that video, drop it. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I like to strategize real heavy. Like with this next album I'm finna drop, that's where we been at is the drawing board for the last 2 weeks. Like how we finna push this shit before, during, and after. You gotta look at an album like that shit down there gotta be a 90-day run for real.
For real. You gotta have enough content and enough assets and stuff for a good 2-3 months.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? To make it make sense.
You gotta tackle everything that's moving too. All the little podcasts, all the interviews, all the blog platforms. You gotta get on all that shit, man.
Yeah, for real. But I guess how was it growing up? Well, really growing up from Arkansas.
Growing up in Arkansas, man. See, I'm from. I don't know if you know where Smackover is. You know where
I
Smackover
didn't heard of
is?
Smackover. What's it close by like?
Smackover right outside of El Dorado. Like,
El Dorado?
right outside of El Dorado.
I used to go to El Dorado all the time. I got family from out there.
See, I grew up with them being right there next to each other. I grew up in El Dorado, went to elementary school, El Dorado. But Smackover, like, that shit, like, population, like 1,200 to 1,500 people, maybe. It really don't even seem like that for real. Like, we just small as hell. We got one stoplight in Smackover type shit. It's
right.
2 stores.
Your graduating class probably was like. Did you graduate from that?
I ain't graduated from that. I graduated in Dallas. I graduated from Mesquite High School.
Yeah.
I moved to Dallas when I was in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
So I've been in Dallas for a little time now. But growing up in Arkansas was cool, like country shit, small town shit. Everybody know everybody. I'm from a little area called across the track, CDT, 4th Street. We all just like real close knit family. You feel me? Smackover. Like I say, everybody down there related for real. Like, growing up, I was just real family oriented. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the era where niggas still walked outside around the town and rode they bikes everywhere, mongoose with the pegs type shit, just from sun up to sundown. So I was one of them outside kids, fucking with the grown folks, fucking with the old folks. You feel me? Soaking in everything. You know how Arkansas get. We got a lot of like old school motherfuckers and shit that still just sit outside every day. Bunch of, it's unfortunate, but a bunch of crackheads and shit that just stayed in my neighborhood. Them niggas stayed in one house. Like, we call that motherfucker the White House. Like, it's about 20 crackheads stayed in that bitch, so. That's how my neighborhood was. I just soaked up everything around that motherfucker for real.
So when you transitioned to moving out here, how was that transition?
That shit was different because this shit a big ass city. Like, so when you come from small country town to the big city, you get to seeing shit like public transportation shock you, like the bus. Like seeing shit like the bus fuck you up. Like, damn, I can get on the bus and go anywhere around the town. Y'all got more than one school. Like in Smacko, we got one school. Literally, the whole school is elementary, junior high, high school, all right there at once. So you come up here, you see they got 10 different elementary schools, 10 different middle schools, 10 different high schools. You like, damn, this shit different. And I moved to Dallas in like the 09 time. That's where they was still dancing and shit real heavy. Dallas got they own culture.
Instagram then?
We had no Instagram and shit.
It was MySpace, Facebook,
all that shit. Like my brother and them used to get on Black Planet and shit. Like, all that shit. So, but when I moved to Dallas though, it was just a culture shock. They got their own haircuts and shit. I heard shags and all that. So I had to get used to just how people dress, how people talk, just what was going on for real.
Like. For real. When would you say you finally start getting recognition for your music?
I've been rapping since like 2016, but it really wasn't till like 2020. For real, that I just kind of start taking off, getting the buzz for real. Really start investing in myself around 2020 for real.
Would you say that's when you kind of like start taking it serious, or you been taking it serious for that?
That's when I really started taking it serious for real. All the way up until that point, I was kind of just finding myself for real. I'm finding
Who would
myself.
you say some of your influences starting out was?
Starting out, I always been like a big Wayne fan, shit like that, I ain't gonna lie, people think that's crazy when I tell people this, but like one of the niggas that made me want to rap was Wiz Khalifa. Like, I remember being in middle school, seeing everything that nigga had going on. I was like, that nigga make me want to rap. You feel me? I had always loved music up until that point, but he actually made me want to rap. Them two niggas that I just was on heavy. Wiz, Wayne. You know, I always listen to everything. You know, I just was inspired by shit like Cash Money and No Limit and shit like that. You know, being in the South. You know, we ain't got no big rappers in Arkansas.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Not really. A lot of people don't even be knowing who really gets signed from the city. Like,
for real.
oh God. Well, I guess. What would you say, like? Cause since you said you lived out here. You was living out here when you got recognition.
Yeah, I utilized Dallas was a big part of the. Like the blog run and shit I did, utilizing Dallas and shit. That was a big part of the reason I was blowing up for real.
Yeah, cause I was saying that to say like, you know, in Little Rock, well, I'm from Little Rock, and you know, being from Arkansas, a lot of niggas don't get on, but especially from Little Rock, niggas don't really get on and be like, Little Rock, the capital, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, niggas be feeling like, you know what I'm saying, Little Rock is, you know, it's the capital, you know what I'm saying? So we feel like a nigga deserve to be on from that motherfucker, to a high level. But, you know what I'm saying, what would you say, like, niggas should do to, like, you know, create a buzz or get noticed?
Consistency is key. Like, around the time that I started blowing up, I was dropping a video or two every week, putting all them videos on every blog. You know what I'm saying? Really got to move around too. Like, you got to go from, with us being from Arkansas and us not really having no outlets for real. That's why a city like Dallas good. Just moving around to the main markets where the music is for real. I would advise that. Stay consistent and move around for real.
Yeah. That's some good shit. That's some good shit, man. Tell me about the Baby Tron link up. Like, how did that get? Cause you know, a lot of niggas don't know. Like, you were like a real hidden gem, and a lot of people might not even know you from Arkansas. You know what I'm saying?
You're right though. So that happened like around, I signed to the Hip Hop Lab in 2022.
Yeah.
It might have been 2021 for real, but I think it was 2022. Since I signed to the lab, I've been in Detroit for the last 3.5, 4 years for real. So, you know, when I signed to the lab, Tron was, you know, he a part of the group, the Shitty Boys. They was, Lando was just getting them into a situation too, as far as with Empire and shit like that. So around that time, that's when the label as a whole was coming together for real. When I found Lando through a blog post. You feel me? The Hip Hop Lab is a blog too, so I paid for a post on the lab. As soon as I paid for it that day, before bro could even post the motherfucker, he was DMing me back like, bro, you hard as hell, I want to sign you. I was like, shit. I was such into the other bullshit that I had going at that time and just working this music shit. I had to go hear him out, you feel me? I was trying to get away from the streets, you feel me? So, and just the environments I was in. And it catered to my sound a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, I had to really find myself with this shit, and I knew the music industry was shifting to the sound that it is now. Like, as far as the production, is what you would call Detroit production, Midwest production. But I always made the comparison, and a lot of people from Michigan will tell you like the sound come back to the South. Like, that shit sounded like old No Limit, Cash Money shit to me for real. So like, I put all my shit in the melting pot, made my sound, and when bro found me, it felt like it was all just making sense. You feel me? So it made enough sense for me to go out there, and I've been out there ever since for real. But that's how me and bro linked up, is when I signed to the lab.
That's hard. What would you say your favorite tape is? Cause you got so many tapes, man. I don't know. It ain't a lot of niggas really that got catalogs like yours that's as big as yours.
I think my baby had to be like modern day classic.
I ain't gonna lie, that's my personal favorite.
That's my baby right
there. That rollout
like,
was crazy too.
The rollout was crazy.
That he really like
put
on next with.
Like I went heavy on blogs with Black Sheep of the Family in Motion. But like as far as a real album rollout, real video production, like I stepped it up a lot with that project. And I kind of put my whole sound, what I would define as my sound, into that project. I felt like I was not fully found myself, because I still think I'm perfecting my craft, but I think I really found myself on that project for real. Like a lot of the production on that project is what my fans know me for now, as far as fucking with Goldie and fucking with the Danny G's and the By Kyles, you know, all the producers that I'm known for just really sticking with right now. We put a lot into that project for real.
Yeah, because I would say that tape is the tape that made me an actual fan. Like I was like, yeah, I'm fucking with J1Hunnit.
Yeah.
But like one of my nigga that put me on to you was my nigga Max that I was telling you about from the jungles in LA. And he was on you like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, how the fuck you even know about this nigga?
Yeah,
you know
that shit be shocking me still to this point. Like, even though I know I done put in a lot of work and I'm as big as I am, it still shocked me when a motherfucker from, like you said, we from Arkansas, so motherfucker from Cali be like, they listening to this shit every day.
Yeah.
That shit still blow my mind. Like, how the fuck did you get hip to this shit? Like,
man, I still, nigga, I back that beat without, I forgot, Vita, what is, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Talking about that
what
class?
you talking about?
It's Vida La Vida.
Oh, La Vida Loca.
Man.
La Vida, what's it called?
That whole tape, I literally let that whole tape slide. I could let that whole tape just slide.
I think that is the name of that.
No,
It was either La Vida MIA or...
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Oh, bro. Well, what's some artists from the state of Arkansas that you taking a custom to? Like you been
man, J1Hunnit Fats, Bag Rich School Up. Them really too. Them actually my guys too. You feel me? So
yeah.
That's first and foremost. But we got some hidden gems, you feel me? Like, you got Camden, you got C-Mad, you know what I'm saying? Lil Rock got a scene too, like, we was talking about it earlier, bro. I had liked Lil CK music, for real.
Yeah, man.
What's bro name? He hard as hell, Quez. His name Quez.
Bandman? Ah, you talking about Bluff?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't want to get his name wrong.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did he have some legal troubles or something? Like what? I ain't.
He hard for sure. Who else we got? We got some heat, bro. We got a lot going on in Arkansas for real that, you know, a lot of people don't know about, but
yeah.
As far as what I really advocate for real, man, J1Hunnit, Fast, Bag, Rich, School Up, and my guys, man, they hard as hell for real, and they putting in that work too for real. And them two names that if you step outside the city, you gonna hear about them names for real, cause you know they just done put in that work.
A lot of people be forgetting about the work, what consistency can do, and how many people notice you from that and will rock with you just off that.
Off of that. That's why I say consistency key. You keep putting this shit in their face, they ain't got no choice but to fuck with you for real.
Shit, what's upcoming? You know what I'm saying? What we got to look forward to from J1Hunnit, man?
I ain't dropped the album since the end of 2023. My last full album was Don't Be a Dweeb. 2024, I think I dropped the EP, a lot of singles. I dropped the collab project with my nigga Glock Boys TJ, but as far as album, it's been a whole year, so now I'm finna finally drop another album. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's like, just finna be another one of my babies for real. Like, that's how I look at my projects, man. They like children that you gotta nurture and really bring up and raise them motherfuckers down there. Like, I've been putting in a lot of work on that shit, so I think that's gonna be one of them projects that just go down in history as one of the best projects in my catalog for real.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
But I'm just finna full court press again, you know what I'm saying? I've been having a lot of shit going on with these deal negotiations and shit. So now that I'm just coming up out of that phase, man, I just want to build more leverage for myself, man. Keep adding to the catalog, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm at with it for real. After it is what it is, I think I might go on a every 3-4 month run. You feel me? Projects, at least for the next year or so. I'm one of them niggas that keep thousands of unreleased songs and shit. I'm one of them niggas that nigga be mad at on the internet. Like, why this nigga they don't never drop his music? But it really don't even be like nigga ain't want to drop it. It's just once you get to a certain point, man, you gotta have some structure to this shit. You feel me? So that's why I'm at with it. I'm finna drop a collab project too with my nigga Lil Money Fats. Yeah. We finna bring the A together the right way. I feel like that's what we've been missing as far as Arkansas, man. A lot of the rappers don't really. We all know each other and shit, but we just gotta start collaborating and shit like that, and really putting in, you know, the work to show what Arkansas is. You feel me?
Nah, for sure.
I don't feel like we really ever had a complete sound for real. And we got everybody, you know, we got people that's putting in the work, but I feel like if we came together as a unit, we'll really be able to establish a sound. And I feel like that's one of the first steps we're going to take for Arkansas to just become a state that's stamped for what we got going on for real.
No doubt. Niggas definitely need to collab more, man. More, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own followers and got their own audiences, man.
Yeah, for real. That be the crazy part. Everybody got their own, feel like full fan bases for real. It's coming from everywhere, different parts of the country and shit like that. So I feel like we bring all that shit together, make it correlate, man. We gonna really stamp the A how it need to be stamped for real. So I say it is what it is. That's what I've been working on for the last year. Finally finna drop that March 7th. And like I say, it's just one of them projects that I done put a lot into as far as what's been going on in my life. When it come to past hardships, you know, my time hustling, and you know, nigga still hustling, but you know, a nigga really come from that trap, you know, the streets and shit. So I'd have been full-fledged music, so I'm touching on shit like that, you know, touching on industry politics and shit like that. You know, just the way of the world right now, for real. I'm touching on some everything. You know, my music be a lot of, if niggas really peep, like I put a lot of what's going on currently in the world in my music, you feel me? So I'm finna touch on everything that's going on for real.
For sure. You got any like features, or is it solo? Like
I got about probably 3 features on there.
You wanna get a name?
I'm putting Baby Tron on there. GT, Certified Trapper. Tony Snow. You hear the Tony Snow?
Yeah.
Tony Snow.
I was actually supposed to do an interview with him when I was in Atlanta last time, but he didn't get to make it to the show.
Yeah, them 3 features that's on the project. You know, I could go deeper, but I wanted this to be a lot more just me on it, you feel me? Because my last project, Don't Be a Dweeb, I had some of everybody on that motherfucker. I had probably 9-10 features on that motherfucker. I had fucking Tron, Stan Will, Rio, what else I had on that motherfucker? LOM Rudy. Man, I had so many people on there, bro. I kind of want to lay back out the features a little bit, but at the same time, I still got to get the folks what they want. So
you said this is the first time. This is the first time dropping in how long?
A year.
Yeah.
As far as an album go, like I said, I dropped the EP called Never Mind, I'll Do It. In 2024, and I dropped a collab project with my nigga TJ, Black Boys TJ. That shit went crazy. But as far as the album, yeah, it's been a year. It's that time again. Finna go on one of them full court press runs for real. Like I said, I might go the next every 3-4 months.
Yeah, I already know you can go with that shit, cause boy, when you get to dropping, nigga, you gonna get on the ass.
That's what's finna go on for sure.
Oh, about you gonna flood their ass. They can't, to the point where nobody can't forget.
You gotta be undeniable for real. Like, you just gotta show these people you here to stay. You gotta put this shit in their face.
There you go.
What's poppin', man? It's J1Hunnit. Man, with spilled drink. We just rocked out, man. My guy got some shit out of me, man. There's a whole lot of politicking going on. Flow with my guy. Hottest thing out of Arkansas, man.